Wake up, Dormy. It's time for the tea party.
I've got one. Why is a raven like a writing desk? Oh dear, oh dear!
You must save Alice.
Wake up, Alice! Wake up!
Mom? Dad? Alice? Mom! Father?
I can't sleep!
Get out, Alice!
Save yourself, Alice! Get out of the house!
Poor dear. After all these years, maybe that old rabbit will bring her around.
Save us, Alice!
Please don't dawdle, Alice. We're very late indeed.
You've gone quite mangy, Cat, but your grin's a comfort.
And you've picked up a bit of an attitude, still curious and willing to learn, I hope.
Wonderland's become quite strange. How is one to find her way?
As knowing where you're going is preferable to being lost, ask. Rabbit knows a thing or two, and I myself don't need a weather vane to tell which way the wind blows.
Stop that wailing, won't you?
You're very cold-blooded for a mammal. I was almost soup.
Tragic, I'm sure, but I'm a bit pressed for time. Have you seen a rabbit?
Twitchy nose, shifty eyes, constantly consults his pocket watch. Most peculiar beast.
Well, he's very dear to me. I must find him.
Caterpillar could help, I'm quite certain. He knows everything there is to know.
Everyone I love dies violently. Unnaturally. I'm cursed. Why go on? I'll just hurt others.
No time for self-pity. Evade these savage soldiers and find Caterpillar.
Ah, Alice, you've returned.
But Rabbit never told me why. And now he's gone.
Why? Wonderland is severely damaged. You must set things right, that's why.
I barely recognize this terrible place. What is it to me?
It's home. Well, it could be. Having lost what you loved, you nearly wiped us out. You've started to rebuild. Your task, however, and your pain are not over.
Why must I suffer?
Because your mind is fouled by self-deception. Even your fantasies have fragmented into tortured versions of themselves. You are racked with guilt because you survived, and you dread the prospect of a life alone.
What do you think I must do?
Destroy the Queen of Hearts. Wonderland and your entire world can become whole again.
To destroy the palace, filled with malice, is the daring work of noble Alice. An endgame with the Red Queen is possible only after you crush her sentinel, the vile, fiercelicious, and vengeful Jabberwock. Without the staff that bears his name, destroying him is the hopeless work of a wasted life.
I have one piece of the eye staff. Where are the others?
Scattered throughout the world, when you have them all in hand, checkmate is possible. The Pale Royals may be of use.
Obscure allusions to chess are fine, but it troubles me that anonymous oracles know more of my business than I do.
Look straight ahead or askance, whichever way you choose. You must always look in the right direction.
Bad timing. Pity. Reliable help is so hard to find these days. Come in, my dear. You're just in time for tea.
I only take mine with friends.
Count me to be among them. Accurately, I mean honestly, that's the truth. Oh, I quite forgot. You and the truth are not on familiar terms.
And you would know?
Truth is always bitter to those who fear it.
I fear nothing.
False! You fear much. A return trip to the asylum, for example. The memories that drove you there. More years in, shall we say, supervised hospitalization? Ah, yes. You fear much. Of course, all that might be avoided.
How? Tell me, what do you mean?
But the Hatter does come at 6 on the dot.
For his tea?
No. To check his cruel experiments. With gears, springs, levers, and mechanical gizzards, he seeks an impossible precision. Like a watchmaker obsessed with infinitesimal fractions of seconds, or a mathematician who tries to square the circle. He'll turn all the inhabitants into his automatons, or kill them in the attempt.
That's simply awful.
With gratitude, I offer you my services.
Promise only what you're prepared to deliver. I am destined to battle the Red Queen. The outcome is uncertain.
You won't fight alone. Permit me to serve as your commander. I'll muster the forces whose allegiance your courage and skill have already won.
How shall we prepare for battle?
An assault on the Queen depends on breaching the gates to her kingdom. Only the Jabberwock's eye staff can pry them open. If you open the gates, I'll lead the troops to victory.
Your family was expecting you to come to them, weren't they? Perhaps they thought you might warn them of the danger, being close to the source as you were. But they waited in vain, didn't they? And died for their trouble.
We were all asleep. It was an accident.
Selfish, misbegotten, and unnatural child. think you could overcome your guilt?
You've destroyed her guardian, Alice, and avenged my death. Enter the ultimate battle.
Must I fight on? Can't the Red Queen be persuaded to surrender?
True words and logic rarely defeat evil intent. She is still strong, and so many have been harmed. They want revenge, which we call justice. She made this world, and she must pay. You must lead our forces against her.
I'm not sure I know how to lead.
Do your best, Alice. You can only do your best. You can always do best.
Bravery and I are not on intimate terms. My natural curiosity is tempered with caution. Thus I've lived long. But now, ignoring my instinct to flee or fib, I speak the truth without regard to consequence. Your courage deserves no less. You've suffered great pain, and you've caused some. You've endured deep grief and feelings of guilt, but you will be tested by a more wrenching anguish, Alice. There is worse to come. You and this Red Queen cannot both survive. You are two parts of the same...
I rule Wonderland alone. Your interference will not be tolerated. This realm is for grown-ups.
Raw, well-ordered, ruthless, careening on the jagged edge of reality. Self-pitying dreamers are not wanted here. They cannot survive here. You fear the truth. You live in shadows. Your pathetic attempts to reclaim your sanity have failed. Retreat to the sterile safety of your self-delusions, or risk inevitable annihilation. If you destroy me, you destroy yourself. Leave now, and some hollow part of you may survive. Stay, and I will break you down. You will lose yourself forever!
Face of evil in the heart of darkness. Perfect.
Let the madness begin!